Make some noise for World Maker Faire! Folks, we are EepyBird. My name is Fritz. This is Steven. And we have 108 bottles of Coke Zero, 648 Mentos mint candies, a recipe for an explosive mess. Now, you may have seen our videos on YouTube of all of this crazy Coke and Mentos madness, but there is nothing like seeing it in person. And in particular, this being Maker Faire, there is one lesson we would like you to take away from your time here at our EepyBird show and at Maker Faire in general. One lesson. One thing to remember. Try this at home. That's what Maker Faire is all about. So, we have a few simple ways that you can do this yourself.
So the easiest way to do this, the simplest way you can do almost 2 minutes after you leave the store, is just get a piece of paper, a business card or a playing card, 5 or 6 Mentos candies, and a bottle of Diet Coke. And you roll the paper up into a tube like this. You just place the playing card on the bottom and that will hold the Mentos in. Then drop 5 or 6 Mentos candies into the tube. And you're gonna place that whole thing over the mouth of the bottle. And when you pull the card out, the Mentos will drop in and you'll get a beautiful geyser, maybe 10 feet high. The reason you have to do it like this instead of putting them in one at a time is because after the first one goes in by hand, the geyser starts to erupt and it starts to come out the mouth of the bottle. And it's a small geyser because it's just 1 or 2 Mentos and you want to get all 5 or 6 in at once. So when we pull that pin, the Mentos drop into the bottle, the reaction starts, and the geyser will shoot out the hole. And the other thing that we do, you'll notice as we get towards the middle of the choreography, instead of pulling those pins by hand, we have them attached to strings. So we can pull them from a distance, we can pull 3, 4, 5, or 12 at a time.
And it is looking to escape. It wants to get out. And it's looking for anything it can grab onto to help it get out of the liquid. So all of that carbon dioxide will grab onto anything bumpy it will find. So you can see nucleation in action if you put your finger inside a cup of soda. You'll see bubbles forming on the ridges of your finger. Well, this same thing is happening with Coke and Mentos. It's just that the reaction is turned up to 11. It is supercharged because we actually got to go to the Mentos factory in Holland where all of the Mentos are made. We have seen a lot of Mentos in our lives. We have never seen so many Mentos as we saw on that day. And the final stages of making a Mentos involve putting several thousand of them into a giant rock tumbler and spraying them with over 40 layers of liquid sugar. And this means they not only are tasty, it means that they are, if you look at them under a microscope, they have hundreds, literally hundreds of thousands of microscopic bumps. And every one of those bumps is a place for the carbon dioxide to grab onto. You get bubbles grabbing onto the Mentos as they fall to the bottom. You get bubbles grabbing onto other bubbles. You get this cascading reaction. Before you know it, all of this pressure is released. Where does it go? It sends the soda flying out.
Tap, 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 tap.